I can't help it that I look good, smell good, woo, can't dance all night long. But the crew runs to the top, oh yeah. You've been talking to the apes and the giraffes and chimpanzees again, haven't you? Yes, I'm excited!
Boy, here we go again. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Fast Freddie Rocks Youngstown, coming to you live and direct from the state-of-the-art Youngstown Studio in beautiful downtown Youngstown, Ohio. Fast Freddie here, along with Joe Danier. Look at that! I wore my trafficking shirt today. I said, "What can I wear today?" I said, "I'm going to wear my trafficking shirt today because I got a train to run." Remember that? I'm the son of a trucker.
Beat me up.
He was a son of a trucker, but he always had a train to run. You know, but I'll tell you what, I miss Jimbo. I really do, man. The guy, he got involved with the wrong people, but I think his heart was really in the right place. Yeah. I really do. And he was just so, one of a kind, man. And, him and Dawn Hanai, and somebody still has to make a movie about that. Like trafficking and Hanai and the whole thing. And, you can embellish the story and, make him a little more Buford Pusser-esque and that sort of thing. But, but I got to tell you, if you go back and you look at all his 1-minute speeches and all those other speeches that he made, we're talking about like 1990. I mean, he was sitting there and he was talking about the border. He was talking about Mexico and outsourcing and China. He was yelling this stuff 30 years ago. Yep. And, now when nothing has changed since then, it's just still the same thing. If you were his
constituent, though, he was the nicest guy, most considerate, willing to help person. That's why he won the hearts of the Valley.
Oh, yeah. No, a lot of people, when I would have him on my radio show and people would call up all the time and they would say stuff like, "Hey, I just want to thank Jim. My son had this thing. He got some kind of jackpot in the Army and Jim helped him out." Or somebody would call in and say, "Man, I had this problem with the VA and we called Jim's office and he got it straightened out." Yep. Or "We had a problem with this. We had a problem with this. Medicare or Medicaid didn't want to pay, or Social Security was, screwing us over." And a lot of people were calling in and thanking Jim for getting that stuff done.
Absolutely.
And some people say, "Oh, those are all plants and everything." It's like, no, they're not, because I would run into these people somewhere else, and they'd be on the street and say, "Thanks for putting Jim on, man. That guy really helped me." Or, "I heard you guys talking about that. I was going to call in and talk about," but I mean, he was kind of a goofball, eccentric. Right. He was eccentric, with the haircut. And it was kind of funny. The bad haircut turned out to be a tube. Now that's the ultimate diversion right there. Just make it look so bad that people aren't thinking that way.
Exactly.
That was a good diversion. But we had so many different things with Jim,
he was
throughout
a smart
the years.
guy. Like, he really downplayed his intelligence when he publicly spoke. They underestimated that dude.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. But yeah, actually he grew up in my old neighborhood, right up he lived on Samuel Street and we lived on Powersdale. And before 680, it was like right up the street, like 2 blocks away. Traffic was from our neighborhood. Except, what? He turned on us, man. He went to Mooney instead of Wilson. He was a traitor. He was a traitor to the South Side. And I'm still not happy with Big Jimbo about that. But yeah, so I figured I'd get the trafficking t-shirt. I don't have any bell bottoms to wear, but maybe next time, Hey, I got to say hi to Lizzie. Ran into Lizzie yesterday up at the pavilion at Geneva on the Lake. And yes, we had a shot of Fireball.
Nice.
An obligatory shot of Fireball. And my buddy Arliss Walker is checking in from the Southern Outlaws Band. We got a big show coming up on Saturday. During the day, we're going to be at the Biker Brew House next to the Harley Shop in Austintown. And I believe we have 4 bands, no cover charge. It's going to be a great party. Brewstock 2025 at the Biker Brew House. So come on out and join the fun, man. We've been having so much fun there. Between the Lube and the Biker Brew House on Thursday, it's been really jamming. I hate to see summer end already. I really do. And well, we do have a special guest here today. Yes. We'll see if you can figure it out. Okay. I'm going to give you some clues. All right. Clue number 1. I got a can of Yoo-Hoo.
Okay.
All right.
Can of Yoo-Hoo.
I got a can of Yoo-Hoo.
Shaken and stirred.
Shaken and stirred. Yeah, I better be careful how you shake that. Hey, you shake that can pretty good there, huh? Okay.
DJ, make that a reel. Make it a reel.
I think you're done. Yeah, I better watch that. You got to watch what you do on these things.
Yep.
All right, so we have a can of Yoo-Hoo.
Okay.
Chocolate drink. We happen to have a couple little bottles of Bailey's Irish Cream.
Okay.
All right. We even brought along a little bit of ice cream.
Okay.
Some vanilla ice cream. And we got a large iced coffee here from Dunkin' Donuts. So where are we headed with this?
Put those all together.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what are these things? What's going to tie this all together here? Huh? What's it going to be?
Is there a beer in our future?
No.
There's not a beer in our future.
No.
All right, let's
Nope.
bring it. Bring out our special
Bring
guest.
out our special guest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have some kind of fanfare.
Oh my. Crown chocolate.
And we're going to try all these things. You know, I ran into a lot of people over the weekend, and at a couple of places they had the booze raffle included the Crown chocolate. So a lot of people start talking about it and all the different things they're doing. Oh, look at the nice brown bag too. Wow, look at that. Check that out. And so everybody was talking about it. And I know we had mentioned it before. And I thought, you know, we got to break this out. You know, a lot of people like it. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say this is probably sweet like a liqueur,
Yes.
is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So let's start with just a little sip. A little sippy to see what it tastes like.
Just out of the bottle.
Yeah, this is
just
out of
fresh.
the bottle. And then, you know, then we'll try it with, you know, because some people would mention Yoo-Hoo.
Okay.
And, you know, some people would mention Bailey's. Some people would mention my favorite drink, the iced coffee, the
Okay.
spiked iced coffee. And even though we can't make a milkshake, I thought, well, we could put a little ice cream in there and
Look at you bringing props. You're like the
yeah,
carrot top
yeah.
of alcohol.
Right. Getting ready for the new fall season coming
Yes.
up on Fast Freddie Rocks Youngstown. All right.
And it is 2 minutes to launch, so I'm going to be thoroughly distracted.
Oh, okay.
With the
Yeah. You
Starship
know what?
launch.
I will tell you something. We are going to take kind of a little pause, or Joe will make commentary because the big space launch coming up in a
Yes.
few minutes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Smells good. Smells good. All right. Let's see here. There you go. Take a little sip of that. Take a little taste, and
Thank you.
let's see what you think about the Crown Royal chocolate. And we'll start here, and then, you know, we'll sample
That's
as we
decent.
go on.
That's really decent.
You know what they had a few years back that I really liked was they had coffee flavored tequila, and it was Patron, and it was coffee flavored Patron. Oh man, that was good.
I'm impressed.
You're like,
All right, they're in a holding pattern.
okay,
Got
they're in
some
a holding
weather coming
pattern.
in.
Well, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Not bad. Not bad at all. It is a little sweet liquorish,
Yeah,
but
in small sips, it's really
yeah,
good.
yeah. But who drinks Crown in small sips? Nobody I know.
Right.
Nobody that I know.
But I am when you mentioned that Crown was going to put chocolate in, I thought this is going to be disgusting. It's going to be cough syrupy. It's going to be heavy. That's not bad at all.
Okay, Patricia says that she mixes hers with Bailey's. Patricia, look what I have here. We're going to sample that here in just a second. All right. So, yeah, we might as well make that our first sample here. Chocolate Crown and Bailey's. This might really be good. This might be really good.
Yes.
That is good. That is good.
I like it.
You know what? I think this might be a little bit underground, you know, because remember all the other Crown flavors come out and everybody's like, oh, we got to get it. We got to get it. This one, they just kind of put it out there. You didn't have to wait. And, you know, and now, by the way, there's more blackberry Crown out there than you know what to do with. We don't have a shortage.
Yep.
I did want, and I forgot, I wanted to bring my bottle of vanilla Crown would probably go good with this. And
I might have some over there.
Oh,
you want to bring it out?
Yeah, if you got some. Yeah, why not? Oh, man. So anyways, this is the new thing. This is the new rage that everybody's talking about for this week, and it's chocolate crown. Now, I know a lot of people are diehard crown traditionalists that you want crown and don't be screwing with my crown. And I understand that. I'm that way with Jack too. Although, I've had Jack Fire here and there. But I mean, you want the big three. You want the single barrel, you want the gentleman, you want old number 7, and don't mess with it, They got it just right. The limestone water, the charcoal mellowed barrel, they got it going on. So don't go making it a fruit punch or anything.
No. No. I only have apple back there. So sorry.
Okay.
No vanilla.
All right. Okay, so what are we doing here? Okay, here, let me give you a little taste here. Here you go. Oh. Yeah, we're just nipping here. We're not we're
connoisseurs.
Yeah. This is just this is going to be the Crown, as suggested by Patricia. Patricia, I hope you're drinking one. Oh, Dave has a bottle of Jack, commemorative bottle of Jack from Sturgis coming my way too. Those I don't drink. I just kind of save them. But at some point, I'll probably just save the bottle.
Yes.
I still got the canter. Put multicolored sand in the bottle.
So there was a Jack Daniels version. Who's all blue eyes?
Frank Sinatra.
They had a special Frank Sinatra Jack Daniels.
I saw that.
I saved it forever. Didn't want to drink it because I want to save it. I got the best of me, and I drank that sucker. It was so good.
Oh, and you know what else I wanted to get too? I wanted a bottle of that, and they had that Jack in the guitar decanter.
Yes.
And I saw one of those around, and I was like, I got to get that. And then all right, here you go. Let's try this here. Let's give this a little test drive here.
Are you a trained mixologist? Like I kind of have to know here before you start doing your chemistry set.
No, not really. No.
Does that look good?
With my chemistry set when I was growing up, I liked to melt sulfur. That was like my number one thing, And occasionally, if you got a little strip of magnesium, oh boy, look out.
Little fire.
Yeah. But that was probably my two main things. Melting sulfur was number one. Remember that, now talk about a toy too, when you were a kid, a chemistry set where you actually had a Bunsen burner and you would sit there and you would light it up and you would do things like melt sulfur in a test tube and touch it and burn your hand.
Do they still do that, or is that too dangerous for today's kids?
That's probably so far out there. Somebody, your neighbors would call the police on you. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? All right. Okay. All right, give that a little sample there. This is the Crown chocolate with some Baileys in it. You can never go wrong with Baileys, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
You know what's crazy about that? It's like the Baileys kind of makes it less sweet, and it seems like it brings out the alcohol flavor in the Crown, so it's not like you're drinking cough syrup.
Yeah, that's really good, man.
That is pretty good.
That's dangerously good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you had an ice cube in that, a couple ice cubes, and you're just sitting around watching the game or something, that would be
five
like
glasses in.
No problem. And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa. What the hell hit me? All right, I think the Baileys and the seems to be a hit.
That's a good recommendation right there.
Time to cleanse the palate. All right, what are we going to try next? Yoo-hoo.
Okay.
I have a listener on Sunday morning on the Sunday morning show where, the commercial we promoted as, goes great with a Bloody Mary, a mimosa, coffee, edible, whatever else helps you ease into your Sunday. And this last week, one woman says her Sunday morning drink is Yoo-hoo and I think it was Kahlua. She was doing Yoo-hoo and Kahlua.
Okay.
So I think you might want to kick it up to the Crown because that's a higher alcohol content probably than Kahlua.
Yeah, a little boost.
Yeah.
And it's tasty. I'm telling you, man.
Let's try
I'm
this.
so impressed.
Yeah, this ain't bad. This is not bad.
Not bad at all.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It even comes in a brown bag. So if we had a voice of the if this was a character, if we had an AI character, what kind of voice would we give the Crown?
Let me ask Grok. The perfect spokesperson.
For Crown Royal chocolate. Now, see, at first I was thinking maybe a guy, but then I'm thinking, do we want a woman because it's chocolate, it's sweet? Do we want maybe an African-American woman, mixed race, Latino? Do we want something like that? But it's from Canada. So it's like,
you got to get Canada in there somehow.
Right. A spokesman should embody the brand's luxurious yet approachable vibe. That's what I'm saying. Appealing to both whiskey enthusiasts and those who like to indulge in chocolate. This is exactly what I'm thinking. And they are going with women. They are going with women. Do you know these people?
I don't. Let me Google them.
Idris Elba. You know Idris Elba? This is one of the people that they think is the perfect spokesman. Oh, it's a dude.
It is a dude.
Okay, it's a black guy. All right. Okay, Tessa Thompson. Tessa Thompson brings a modern, dynamic energy. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay, yeah, I think a little more chocolate looking, though. I think she's a little too light. I go a little more chocolate. Chris Hemsworth. Chris has rugged charm and global star power. Thanks to Thor. I don't know. Nah.
We're skipping him.
Yeah. We don't want no dude. All right. So anyways, that didn't really help me all that much. Yeah, think harder. Margot Robbie, who's that?
Margot Robbie. I think, didn't she play Barbie?
She has a magnetic blend of elegance and playful energy, making her perfect for the brand that balances sophistication with indulgence. Yeah, she was in Barbie. That's it.
She's a blonde girl.
Oh, okay. I'm not thinking blonde though.
Okay.
She might have the exuberance, but I think we need like a mixed race or still not.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Come on.
Youthful, glamorous. All these women bring a mix of allure, confidence, and presence. Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana. Okay.
Zoe came up again.
Yeah.
Oh, Zendaya. That would be my pick.
Okay, let's see Zendaya. Okay.
See,
I've seen that, and I thought Zendaya was a cure for severe to moderate psoriasis is when I saw it.
No, Zendaya is freaking hot.
She's hot.
So she can play so many different roles in movies. She can be a hot black girl. She can play like a Asian Chinese girl, young, old, like so many different roles. I'm going with Zendaya.
Okay. I'm thinking somebody a little more dark skinned.
Who's Tinashe?
I don't know.
We're going to find out.
You're asking me. Yeah. I know all these people. These are the people that I follow. So Zendaya is not a cure for moderate to severe psoriasis, as I was thinking. Huh. Okay. That ain't going down my road. That ain't going down my road.
We tried.
Somebody, I'm thinking Brazil, but see too, trying to work in the Canadian angle too. So it's a little crazy.
Are there any famous Canadian black actors?
Well, you know who's Canadian? Believe it or not, Rick James, bitch. All right, are you ready? You're going to cleanse your palate on this, so we can start something anew.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Baileys and the chocolate is really good.
Winner.
Chicken dinner. Yeah, when you think of Canada, you're thinking Mounties and you're thinking Mounties and lumberjacks and all that kind of stuff, All right, now our new one is going to be some Yoo-hoo. All right, let's see how the Yoo-hoo stacks up.
How's Vanessa for the spokesperson? Still not.
They're not hitting me. The right one has not come up.
Okay.
The right one has not come up yet. Yeah. Nah.
Too young.
They're too young. Who knows? Yeah. See, it's just going to have young. She might do good. Who's that? Julie Black.
Julie Black,
Julie
Canadian
Black.
singer-songwriter.
Oh, okay. Well, she might be
it.
the one. But see, but when she goes with the blonde hair, it doesn't, to me, fit the image.
So this would be your version of her.
Yeah,
your
the
pick.
dark hair. Yeah, that's what I would think.
Okay.
But she looks too serious. We need somebody more playful. Oh well, this is going nowhere.
We tried so hard to cast our new spokesperson.
Well, we just have to keep working at
Okay.
it. It was, the right one will come along.
Yeah, casting's a hard job.
And we don't want to screw up like Cracker Barrel.
No.
How did Cracker
Dude.
Barrel get into like this big shitstorm? Oh, okay, Dave says Marsha Thomason. Check that, Marsha Thomason. And Mike Weir says Adriana Grande.
Yeah, I'm going to say no on the Ariana.
Okay. No.
No?
No. I mean, I think we need somebody a little darker, a little more.
She looks like she could play on Law and Order.
Yeah. We don't
Just
want that
straight up,
kind of
no.
stuff. Yeah. I don't know.
Those of you joining us, we are picking a spokesperson for Crown Royal Chocolate. Needs to be the perfect spokesperson. So we're
Yes.
looking for candidates.
Right. It seems like some of the younger aren't getting it, and not too light skinned, because you're talking chocolate here.
Right.
And I'm not saying that because I'm just saying, if I was running an advertising agency, and this is what they do, you look at all this stuff and you look at pictures, and you go, that person, whatever it is,
Well, you got to be more specific. You got to, if it's a particular image you have concocted in your mind, just vocalize it. Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll find her.
Okay. All right. So, like I say, somebody whose skin tone is probably the color of the bag.
Okay.
You'd probably want to match the color of the bag.
Young,
I think that would be in person.
Older.
I'm saying not young and not too old.
Okay.
Somebody in the middle there.
Like 30-ish.
Yeah, maybe even 40.
40.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Long hair, curly, dark long hair. You expressed interest in longer hair.
Or maybe straight.
Okay.
Maybe
long
straight hair. Maybe straight hair.
How about Rihanna?
Let's see Rihanna.
Rihanna's kind of my crush here. So this I've got some bias here.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the Yoo-Hoo is a winner. Try your Yoo-Hoo.
I tried it.
Yoo-Hoo is a winner.
Yes. Yay or nay on Rihanna?
Nay. And too young.
Okay. All right.
Too young. But are they going for the young, hip? Is that who they want?
That's right. They ripped the Cracker Barrel guy off of there because he was 60 plus. So
I had no problem with the Cracker Barrel. But you know what? I mean, to me, it's not going to take anything out of my day. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're going to drive by, see that new sign and say, I hate waffles so badly.
No, you know what? I mean, when you go there, I usually get the grilled catfish and the dumplings and some biscuits. Okay. I don't care what the sign is. And I think that was the whole charm, was the giant checkers and the big rocking chair and grandpa's sitting there. But
you want to hear my relationship with Cracker Barrel? I have a good relationship.
Oh, you're cool with them, or are you
cool
just saying you want to hear you want to hear what I got to say?
No.
Okay.
I drive a motorhome.
Okay.
And every interstate has Cracker Barrels along the way. And they let you, when it's 2:00 in the morning, you've just been driving for 8 hours, to pull your rig in their back parking lot.
Really?
And you can set up camp free of charge and get some sleep and wake up in the morning, go enjoy some biscuits and gravy.
Heck yeah.
And get back on the road. They are uber good to me over the years.
That is awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome to know. So you don't have to sneak into like Home Depot and sleep in one of those sheds and get out of there before the store opens. Okay.
Exactly. Gabriella,
Okay.
Gabrielle Union.
My buddy Denny says it should be Cracker Barrel because that's a cracker hanging out by a barrel.
Gabrielle Union. Here's a suggestion.
Okay.
Her suggestion.
My too young.
Too young.
Too young. Too young. Too young. But maybe that's just me.
You got high standards, man.
No, I'm just looking for the perfect one. I'm just looking for the right one.
Okay.
I don't want to, spend all this money and be like Cracker Barrel, and then they're disappointed with the spokesperson.
Do you think?
And then it comes back on me.
Do you think they've selected a spokesperson? Like, have they already done this homework?
Well, no. You know what? Crown doesn't seem to advertise like that. I mean, Crown. The spokesperson of Crown is usually Crown. The bottle, the bag that it comes in, the bottle. That's pretty much all the spokespeople. I mean, they go right to their image is their product.
That's it.
That
they
bottle
really
here's their image right there. That unique bottle, the crown, the bag, and that's what they sell. See,
Yep,
look at that. There's no people. They don't have any people in any of their ads.
A fancy chocolate mousse next to chocolate crown. And
Yes.
that's how they sell their product.
Right. So everybody, that's actually a pretty smart way of doing that.
Heck yeah.
The star of the show is the project, is the product. This is what we sell. This is what it is. And this is the star. You got the crown, you got the crown for the cap. You got the crown for the logo, the distinct bottle. And then it comes, in the bag. So that's all you need. That's the whole image. So maybe trying to find a spokesperson, just why would you?
Is Crown the only hard liquor vendor that can get away with flavorings like Crown does?
And make people embrace it? Maybe so.
I think
maybe
so. I think their brand is rock solid. I really do.
And people, whenever they come out with one, whether you are the diehard, I will only drink real Crown, or what was good? That Crown Black we had that day. Remember that?
Yes.
I got to get some more of that. Crown Black was really good. But yeah, we figured out the advertising behind Crown Royal. It's the bottle. It's the product.
Don't need a spokesperson.
Don't need anybody. It speaks for itself.
That's right.
Yeah, it is the spokesperson.
My phone's going to be ringing. Crown's going to be like, how can we bring advertising dollars to Fast Freddie's show? He speaks very highly.
And he seems to, be down with this whole advertising thing. And, maybe we should hire him on, at least as a consultant.
He lifted his pinky when he drank his Crown. Totally.
But it's out of a red Solo cup. Ladies and gentlemen, I will strongly and highly recommend the Yoo-Hoo. The Yoo-Hoo 100% is badass.
That was the winner.
Yeah. But we're not done yet.
Okay.
We still got
coffee.
Yeah, we got coffee and some ice cream. We'll save the ice cream for last. This way, just throw a spoon in the cup and see it again. Oh, you know what else somebody said too that we were talking about was the pudding shots. Pudding shots with this stuff. If you had a bar on a Saturday night and you had your waitress out there with a tray of chocolate Crown pudding shots at $2 a piece, you would sell out.
For sure.
Hey, do they still sell that? Remember they used to have alcohol infused whipped cream too?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Remember they were doing pudding shots with alcohol infused whipped cream? I wonder if they still have that. Somebody probably shut that down. Kids are going to get a hold of that. And,
Alicia Keys was another listener recommendation.
No.
What's your objection?
Too light-skinned and too young.
Okay.
That's the thing. Like, too modern. I think I think when you're thinking Crown, you're thinking a little more traditional. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Like, is there like a modern day like Lola Falana? Well, she was kind of light-skinned too, if I'm not mistaken. But maybe Diana Ross, too old now, and I mean, like Aretha Franklin, too old. I don't know. No, Crown Royal speaks for itself. It doesn't need a spokesman. Crown is the spokesman.
But hypothetically, we can find a spokesperson if we try hard enough.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. Boy, this is some good stuff here. Ooh.
Yeah. Yoo-hoo is a winner.
Yoo-hoo is freaking awesome, man. See, I was thinking, oh, that Yoo-hoo is going to be so sweet, you know, but that really, all right, let's try the coffee now.
Selma Hayek, another listener recommendation. Objections?
Gotta be the color of the bag.
Okay. She's a little too light skinned.
And it's got to be a little older, a little more traditional.
Look at that body, man. Like, what? How can you say no to that?
I know, no, but yeah, for a million other things, yeah. But for trying, you know, I mean, you don't think these guys like, you know, Quentin Tarantino, he just doesn't, you know, take the first guy.
I know.
You know,
it's hard. It's hard to pass on Selma Hayek.
I know. Oprah, no, Oprah, a little too modern.
I'm not even looking that one up.
Yeah,
sorry,
Oprah.
dude.
All right, here, let me see your cup. Here.
Okay,
all right.
let me finish that off.
We're gonna do clear your palate. We're gonna try the coffee next. Now I might have messed up on the coffee because I did get some chocolate flavoring in it. So we'll see how this pans out here. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, how about a nice hand for our special guest, Crown Royal Chocolate, today on the Fast Freddie Rocks Youngstown podcast. You know,
and I know I've got applause sound effects here, but I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh,
Look at that.
there it is,
First
right off the
button
bat. Yes, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, now like I say, with this, there is some chocolate in the coffee. I got the mocha.
Halle Berry is also probably too light skinned.
Yeah,
for
too
the
light
chocolate.
skinned and too young.
Yeah, but she is a total.
Oh
smut
yeah,
show.
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying they're not, but it's just like that. I have a vision in my mind, but I'm having a hard time conveying it, which is the story of my life. Well, what do you think? This is the Dunkin' Donuts mocha.
Not as good as the Yoo-hoo for sure.
Yeah.
But the coffee add to it, really good. And I'm going to look up Tyra Banks because I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, the Yoo-hoo, you can't even taste the booze with the Yoo-hoo. Although you want a little bit of the taste.
Yeah.
Now, the Bailey's was all of its own because now you're getting two different, so you're getting two shots instead of one. The Yoo-hoo, it's probably a lot of sugar in that.
Yeah. That was
if you're health
tasty
conscious.
as could be.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why it probably tasted good because it's got stuff in there that's supposedly not good for you.
Right.
So,
but the coffee edition,
yeah, the coffee's
this is
good.
To my liking.
Yeah,
I could drink
good.
this daily.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, it's good. Tyra Banks, yay or nay?
Too young.
Same thing. Too young.
Too young. You know, I got to look on my phone. You know, when I leave here, the perfect one will pop into my brain. I'll go,
no, we get a couple more glasses of this, and it'll pop in your brain.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. This is idea in a bottle. Great ideas in a bottle. Tyra Banks. I don't know. So what else is going on, man? What's happening?
Well, my Starship launch just they canceled for today.
Oh, it's off for today.
Tomorrow.
Oh, so now we just we're not going to have to jump in on that.
No.
Cav is checking in. How you doing, Cav?
Vanessa
What's
Williams?
going on?
She's
Vanessa Williams. Yeah, too young. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the straight, dark hair, light skin, in your 40-year-old range.
It ain't hitting me.
Okay.
It ain't hitting me. No, I'm sorry I even brought this up. Never mind.
Dennis is definitely pushing back on that. Tyra is 51 years old.
Oh,
so
okay.
definitely.
All right. Okay. All right. Maybe. Cav's sticking with his too, man. Cav is sticking there. Eartha Kitt. Yeah, can we get Eartha Kitt? Maybe like some blues singer. Like, look up like Etta James, maybe. Maybe that's what we want. We want a contemporary. Probably want to add contemporary into that. Let's see. Nah, nothing's hitting me right now. Yeah. They're not like they're too far out there, or there's too many to choose from. Just look up Etta James. And you want to go bluesy and then smoky, and no, definitely not. No. Oh man, I can't think now. I can't think. I'm burnt on this one. I need another shot here. Oh, wait a minute. Breaking news from Cleveland Browns headquarters.
Oh, no. Don't break my heart, Cleveland.
Uh-oh.
No.
We had just mentioned this. Breaking news from Berea right now, ladies and gentlemen. ESPN is reporting that the Cleveland Browns are trading Kenny Pickett to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, I'm not sad about that.
You know, but that helped us though, because now we're down to just one Super Bowl champion quarterback on our roster. We kept him on there. That was two, not one, but two Super Bowl champion quarterbacks on our roster. Now I kind of feel cheated. Well, I like the way the preseason is going, because we haven't had all that hype. Bill Cosby, yeah, with the chocolate crown pudding pops. Now that's a funny one, Mike. That's perfect. Crown. As a matter of fact, yeah, thank you, Mike. That's who I was thinking. Yeah, well, we got some pudding pops and some alcohol and some special.
One dude who has been on a low profile since the 90s.
Yes.
You haven't seen him anywhere.
And you know what? I guess, the more that this is out, there's a lot of people out there that did not like him. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of comedians and stuff out there that just really didn't like the guy. But yeah, we still have Deshaun Watson. You never know, man. We're sitting on the wild card. Deshaun Watson, under the radar, been working out. He's going to come out and lead the Browns to the Super Bowl. They're still going to make it happen.
You have hope.
We're still going to make it happen.
Make something in that $290 million that we paid him.
Yeah, Mike's saying, are they eliminated from the playoffs? Breaking news. These Steelers fans, they're acting like all these Super Bowls were like last year. We won a Super Bowl. Well, when was the last time? You talk to these guys, it's like it was yesterday. Oh, yeah.
What year was it? I'm interested. Last Steelers Super Bowl.
Yeah, with Arizona.
2009.
2009.
14 years ago.
14 years ago. And these guys act like it was, last season. Oh, yeah, we won the Super Bowl 15 years ago. How'd that go? Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be Steelers. They'll say things real dumb like, here's one for your thumb. Well, I got a finger for you. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to see Steelers. They tell stories of old and wear black and gold. Drink Rolling Rock when it ain't even cold. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be Steelers. They say things real dumb like, here's one for the thumb. Well, I got a finger for you. Thank you. That is written by John Strong from Hubbard, Ohio. I can't take credit for that. I wish I could. Very well performed. Yes, thank you. John Strong, back in the day, he had a couple of good ones. But now, let me get back to talking about the Browns and what I like. But Kenny Pickett just traded. That was breaking news right here.
Joe's happy.
And what happened was, this season, I like it because it's been so laid back And they're not making Shador have to be the hero to win the Super Bowl. We had we always do that. We get Johnny Manziel or Baker, and we say, this is the guy that's going to take us to the Super Bowl this year. And the guy never even took a snap in the NFL. We did it with Kellen Winslow. We did it with all these guys. And we had this big thing, and we drafted these guys. Let Shador be in the background. And I'll tell you, I think he's been saying a lot of things the right way. I'm really impressed because I thought he was going to be Coach Prime and Dion was going to be there. And then when I start reading interviews with him and stuff, and he's like, no, I told my dad, stay away. This is my deal. And I mean, a lot of the interviews, when you read what that guy says, he's got his head together and he's not out there trying. I think he knows he's got to wait his turn. And I think when you're a quarterback in the roster with the Cleveland Browns, if you wait your turn, you will get a chance. Before the end of the season, he will get a shot.
For sure.
He will get a shot.
Every quarterback that we started got decimated and destroyed.
Yes.
Either hurt or irreparably damaged.
Right. You don't have to sit here and go, oh, is he going to play? They're holding him back. The man's holding him down. No, just give him time and he will be in there.
Yeah.
He will be in there.
Do you think his ego can hang out long enough to be third string?
I really do, because he's been saying all the right stuff. Hey, maybe Dion talked to him. Maybe we have this perception of Dion being prime time and all that stuff and Coach Prime. Maybe he said, hey, listen, man.
Chill out.
Get in there, do your work, get in there and practice. Don't give these guys. I saw one of them Cleveland sports guys was like, yeah, if I was him, I would storm in there and demand a trade. And I'm sitting there thinking, if he did that, these sportscasters have been all in there. Look at this ungrateful rookie, unproven rookie, and he's going to come in here right now and he's going to start talking. He wants a trade, and screw him. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, who are you? Another Johnny Manziel,
Yep.
So it was like,
But 3-0 in the preseason. I know it's not much.
No, but remember that one time we went 3-0 or 4-0 in the preseason. We lost every game. So.
Vegas has us winning no more than 5 games this year.
Oh, Cav says that we have chicken and lamb on Saturday. We're at the Manacor, Cav. All right, that sounds good. I love lamb. Oh man, you can't beat it. I think it's really good. And let's see. Hey, Barb Cerny checking in. Ran into Barb yesterday. Boy, did we have a good weekend. We had our 18th annual Wilson High motorcycle run. I can't believe we've been doing this now for 18 years. And now everybody's saying, well, if we make it to 25, we'll tie the Fred Perry run for the longest. And I'm like, I'm not sure I'm going to be doing this 7 years from now. I don't think I'm not betting on me being around 7 years from now, So that's, okay. The halftime of the Ohio State-Texas game. Stop by Youngstown Manacor. Good bunch of people down there. Good bunch of people, good place. And I recommend it. Let's see. Oh, but anyways, the Wilson run was a lot of fun. The only thing, and I apologize, is I was supposed to be playing at the Pavilion in Geneva during the run, or as part of the run, but I got there a little late, not because of my usual tardiness, though. No, but here's the thing. I rode on the run, so once I got riding. And we're hanging around with everybody and people that I haven't seen, and the camaraderie and the ride. And we went to Taylor's Pub up in Amish Country. We went over to Faces Lounge. We went to the Grand River Manor. I don't know if you've ever been to Grand River Manor. Oh, that's a very nice place. And Taylor's Pub is just a dive bar, biker bar at the corner of 534 up there. And so I got there a little late, but some of these places I didn't get a chance to ride to all year. And I was with a bunch of people I haven't seen for a while. So I started playing a little late. But hey, it is what it is,
Summer.
It is summer. But I'll tell you, Geneva was actually a little slow yesterday.
Really?
I mean, just Geneva as a whole was slow. And I was like, man, you'd think that I just love Geneva on the lake. I love every beach on Lake Erie. Presque Isle, Conneaut, Geneva, 2 beaches in Ashtabula, the beaches around Cleveland, Headlands Beach, Menor on the Lake, Madison, Ohio. All these great beaches that you could sit there. And I'm just surprised that, you know, as much as people like beaches, and I love the beach. I mean, we've got some of the best beaches around an hour away.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't want to give away my secret spot, but Walnut
Fairport
Beach is my absolute favorite.
Walnut Beach. Yeah.
Best.
I know. Conneaut Lake, you know, Conneaut, Ohio, not to be confused with Conneaut Lake, but you know, Conneaut, Ohio. What about that beach?
Heck
I mean,
yeah.
they do the World War II reenactment there of D-Day. You have so much sand and it's so spread out, and you could just, you know, I love Lake Erie, but I was surprised that even yesterday was kind of slow. I mean, I don't know. Okay, yeah, Dave says mention bike night at the fair. All right, you know what? I might take this time to run down the Fast Freddie week that's coming up. Wednesday night, bikini contest at Bike Night at Yankee Lake. Thursday night, we will be at Quaker Steak and Lube in the Biker Brew House for our big biker block party, our weekly biker block party. Friday night, we will be at Bike Night at the Canfield Fair. That's always a great time. On Saturday, Biker Brew House, Biker Brew Stock 2025. We have 5 bands, no cover charge, and just a great time. The fact that I'm there should be enough to let you know. And then let's see. Sunday, we have a benefit. Well, it's not a benefit. It's a memorial for our good friend, Rick Young. And Rick passed away a few years ago. Very popular, well-known musician, played in bands like Special Forces for many years. And they have a memorial corn roast to him coming up on Sunday in Mineral Ridge. I'll post that on my Facebook page and on the Y103 Facebook page. And you know, I know the Shoe Shine Boys are going to be there with Sonny and Saxville, and Gary Markowski will be there, and Sideshow, and it's always a great thing. So that's Sunday. And then on Monday, we'll wrap up the week at Skinnerd at the Canfield Fair. Skinnerd! You can't just say Skinnerd. My rule is you got to yell it. And you should really have like a bottle of alcohol in one hand and like a beer in the other and a joint out of your mouth. Every bird!
100%.
And starting tomorrow on Y103, we'll be giving away a box. They're constructing a special Y103 box for Skinnerd. So you'll be right up front, and you and your friends can yell out Freebird as loud as you want all night. And I guarantee you that band will play it. It won't be for naught. It's not like you're going to be there yelling Freebird all night and the guy don't hear you. The band don't get your message.
Will hear you.
Yeah, these guys will do it.
That's special.
All right, we have a spoon here before this melts. This is just to kind of simulate a milkshake. Actually, it being a little melted like this might be pretty good. So this is the final in the Crown Royal taste test here, the chocolate crown, the all new chocolate. Oh man, you know what? This is going to be really good. You better get another spoon. You might need a spoon to sample this creamy goodness. Oh man. This is going to be a good one, Joe. I hate to tell you this. I don't know why I hate to tell you it, but now, if you really wanted to get crazy, you'd put some Yoo-hoo in there.
Do it.
Concoct
it, baby.
All right, you ready? All right. This is vanilla ice cream, chocolate crown, and some Yoo-hoo.
Give me some coffee. I want some coffee.
Oh, you're going balls out. You're going everything. Yeah, then you know what? Put a little Bailey's in there too. This is like the Superman, you know?
Trifecta.
Yeah. What did they used to call that when you go to like Kmart, when you were able to put every drink in it, you know? And you would put
the suicide.
The suicide. That's right. That's right.
This is all right, we got to come up with a name. So it's the ice cream Bailey's.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts coffee, chocolate crown.
Yeah, it's like
special.
chocolate.
Yoo-hoo. Sorry, you. Oh man, this is like a milkshake for adults.
Oh man, and the ice cream is just perfectly melted. So
totally,
we could have probably just poured the stuff in here and just made this one giant milkshake. Who knows? That might happen before the show. So you're going suicide.
I'm going suicide.
Okay. Sound like going commando, is it?
Oh, dude.
All right, we got some
That is
vanilla bean
heaven.
ice cream. We will add to that some Baileys. I think I need a little more Baileys.
Can't waste it.
This is yeah. That's the only thing we're missing is a salted caramel. You're right, Cav. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, okay. Yoo-hoo. Got to get the Yoo-hoo. A little bit of Yoo-hoo in there. Little coffee. You want coffee too?
I got coffee.
You want coffee? Okay.
I did coffee, yeah.
All right. This is like the big kahuna of the whole thing.
So those of you playing at home,
yeah,
you need chocolate crown.
Yep.
You need Blue Bunny vanilla ice cream.
Yep.
You need Bailey's samples.
Oh, you get the whole bottle. I just happen to grab that because.
And you need Yoo-hoo of and it is epic.
And epic. The star of the show. The star chocolate of the crown. Show. The chocolate crown. Oh, the crown.
Dessert, adult dessert, perfection. My goodness. Freddie, you brought it today. You brought it.
Yeah, we need a little bit of whipped cream on there. The alcohol infused whipped cream.
Infused? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that good? Man alive.
My goodness. Is this an original Freddie concoction?
It is just happened right here. You watched it all unfold.
Man, you've got the barometer on good tasting Crown Royal.
That is the way to do it. I mean, now this is like not like if you're out and you want to pound shots or well, some people sip Crown, you know, but this is really good.
Now, I will tell you this, like one of our first shows, we did a margarita special where you brought in all of the margarita concoctions.
Yeah.
This is 10 times better than a margarita.
This is really good. I'm so far into margaritas. I'm not going to diss the margarita.
But that's good. Coffee, chocolate, Bailey's, Yoo-hoo. You can't go wrong.
And alcohol. Don't forget alcohol.
Big time. That was good.
Yeah, Casey Malone, let me see you do this on your cooking show. You want a cooking show?
Afraid?
You want original recipes? Here we go.
I think she's afraid to do a Crown Royal special.
Probably.
Totally.
Yeah, I think she's afraid of the Crown. Casey Malone is afraid of Crown Royal.
Make sure you tell her.
Yeah, make sure you heard that on the Fast Freddy podcast. When you see Casey Malone, you say Fast Freddy is on there saying that you're afraid of Crown Royal.
Culinary delicacies: Blue Bunny ice cream, Yoo-hoo, Bailey's, and Crown Royal, and Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I don't know how you can go wrong with that.
Oh.
Oh, I'm making a mess here. Need a little more of that Blue Bunny and a little bit more of the star of the show. So anyways, hopefully you learned something here today.
Chemistry, for sure.
Yep. Let's see. Patricia says, I wonder if you mix. Oh, that's another one. You know what, Patricia? I had some people tell me about that. If you mix Screwball peanut butter whiskey, and it'll taste like a Reese cup. Yes,
really?
that is also a thing.
Science dictates that we try that
next week.
If
we have any chocolate crown next week, we'll continue our experiment.
So was it hard to get? Like, was there a lot?
No, I went right down this. I'll tell you what is one of the coolest liquor stores is that one right around the corner.
A&C.
What's it called?
A&C is the best.
A&C.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you would think in downtown Youngstown, you walk in that place and you're like, whoa, man, that is one of the best liquor stores in the area. That
100%.
I think Chalet Premier is another good one. But I mean, for close by for here, I mean, they got everything there too. No matter what you're looking for, they have it there.
They do all of my Buffalo Trace, the Weller, the Sazerac. They have it all.
And they're not a sponsor, and they're not, having us, come up with a bottle a week to look at all this alcohol stuff we did here today, Now, there's going to be somebody, at least one person out there. All right, Cav says L is the man at A&C.
100%. They are so good to us.
Oh, and and you know what? The place is so modern and stuff too. You walk in there and it's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah. Are you a wine drinker at all?
No.
No. Their wine selection is really good. Like if you're a connoisseur, you like Pinots or Cabernet or any of that stuff. They have a really good selection.
Lovely Merlot,
Cabernets. Yeah,
oh,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah, Patricia, you were on to something there, though. Yeah, the Screwball peanut butter. A lot of people have been talking about
Now,
that.
what is Screwball?
It's peanut butter liqueur.
Okay.
You know, it's like a Fireball type whiskey, only it tastes like peanut butter.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of let us down by not bringing the Screwball along.
Next time. Like there's always the next time.
Although you do have a Screwball here. I think one Screwball is enough. Wow. What a great sampling. Dude,
of you brought the show today. Like that.
No, I didn't bring the show. There's the star. I brought the star of the show with me. I didn't bring the show. This is the star of the show.
Crown brought it with Zendaya as a spokesperson.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, let's see. I ran down all the stuff. I'll tell you what, man. I went to one of the best concerts I've seen all summer last week. Neil Young at Blossom Music Center. Neil Young at 80 years old is still bringing it like big time. Like big time. It was so good, you know, and you forget about how long Neil Young's been around with Buffalo Springfield and Crosby, Stills and Nash, and just, you know, such a long career. And, you know, with him being 80 years old, the songs were sounding like he was, like you hear him on the radio. I mean, this guy has not lost a step. And I mean, he was doing all, you know, with Neil, you never really know what you're going to get. You know, he's like one of those artists that he'll come out and, you know, depending on the tour, you know, he might play 15 songs that you have never heard of in your life, you know, back in the day, you know, or he would be very eclectic in his set list over the years. And sometimes if you weren't, you know, a diehard fan, you would probably have to look at the set list and think, oh, I don't know if I want to go see that, you know.
He's got 1,000 songs, so like you can't go wrong there.
But yeah, well, he could pick out 15 or 20 of them that you sit there and you're scratching your head going, what the heck was that? I don't know any of those songs.
Those didn't play on the radio.
But this tour that he's on right now, I mean, I cannot believe on how good the guy sounds. And, you know, I mean, he did Cowgirl in the Sand. You Are Like a Hurricane. Hey, Hey, My, Old Man. Just so many great songs. And they were just all like, wow, they sound so good. Although I was hoping that he was going to play Cortez the Killer. He played that the night before in Detroit, of course. And Powderfinger's another one of my Neil Young favorites that he didn't play. And then, what was another one I was hoping to hear? Oh, Unknown Legend, about She Rides a Harley Davidson, you know, and he played it like some of those songs he played 3 or 4 times already on this tour. And I'm like, I can't wait to hear that. But, you know, it definitely was not a disappointment. Oh, and then I went to Ellis Cooper down at the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater. You cannot go wrong with Ellis Cooper. If you're going to spend $25 on a concert ticket, throw it down on Ellis Cooper and you will not be disappointed. Yeah. Ellis Cooper never disappoints. He still puts on a stage show. He has a band that has 3 freaking killer guitar players. Nita Strauss is just so good and so hot. And she's a tall blonde with tight leather pants and just plays guitar like a maniac. And Ryan Roxy's his other guitar player. And I'll tell you, yeah, you can never go wrong with Ellis Cooper. He's like one of those bands, you know, there are certain bands out there that are like that. And I mean, on the big scale, I mean, you got some of the big guys like U2 and Bruce Springsteen. And there's some of them guys out there like that don't disappoint. And then maybe like a little bit down, you know, maybe like the second level, not to say they're not superstars or anything, but kind of the second level, you know, I mean, Ellis Cooper, you can't miss with him. Yeah. And then some other bands that are like that, Donnie Iris. I have never seen Donnie Iris put on a bad show. Never, ever in 30 years, 40 years now, maybe 50. I don't want to go date myself that part. No, it's got to be 40, not 50. And then, Michael Stanley was like that too. Michael Stanley, anytime he would show up, it would be a great show. You would walk away from there and go, man, was that good? I can't believe how good that show was. And the Clarks are like that too. The Clarks, have you ever seen the Clarks put on a bad show?
No.
Ever?
No.
I mean, when the Clarks come out and the people show up and they put on a great show.
Youngstown loves the Clarks.
Nobody ever walks out of a Clark show and goes, oh man, that sucked. Or them guys are losing it. But Alice Cooper's history in Youngstown, he has been playing here since day one of his career. Well, not, day one, but, from the beginning of his career, Alice Cooper has played here. He played at the first big major outdoor rock concert ever in the Youngstown area. It was called The Most Beautiful Picnic out in Lake Milton. And this was like one of the first, like around the Woodstock area, a little after that, where you had these big outdoor concerts. And this one was out in Lake Milton. And it was Alice Cooper, Bob Seger, the Jay Giles Band. I think we talked about this before. We probably did a million times. Our buddy Steve Acker, who passed away with his band Law, they were the backup band for Chuck Berry, and Ted Nugent was there. Oh, and the original guys that did Smoking in the Boys Room, Brownsville Station was there. And those guys, Alice started then, and then he went on to play at Struthers Fieldhouse. He played at the Tomorrow Club in downtown Youngstown. He played at the B&B Backstage. He played, I can't think of all the other places. Tomorrow Club, B&B, Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, the Covelli Center. It's like he has played every single place in Youngstown. And when Alice says he's going to play in Youngstown, people still come out to check it out. And he is just amazing. All right, let's see. Brad Paisley coming up Sunday at the Canfield Fairgrounds. I would love to go see that show. It's kind of crazy. Now, to me, in my brain, I think Brad Paisley, country superstar. Like, these people are in the country now are like, oh, he's like so yesterday's news. I'm going, how could Brad Paisley be yesterday's news? This guy was really good, and he still is good. But it seems like country, they keep putting on new acts so fast that, all of a sudden, what happened? Brad Paisley, King of the Hill, and now like Wallen Morgan. How did that guy get to be so big? Mm-hmm. I mean, these guys are selling out 2 nights in stadiums and stuff. Back in the day, it was Aerosmith doing that, ZZ Top, Led Zeppelin. And now it's like these country guys that you never heard of. Right. Well, I never heard of them, but I'm sure obviously somebody has heard of them. I had an eye opener the other day. I was over at the Eastwood Mall, and I was surprised at how many people were wearing country music T-shirts for like this Wallen Morgan and people like that. Jelly Roll, huge. And I'm just sitting there going, it's amazing on how big these people are right now.
Yeah.
But are they going to have that staying power? 10 years from now, is it going to be like people in our age, remembering, or talking about concerts and listening to music that we went to in the 70s and, or are these guys going to have that staying power? Or are they just kind of, okay, who's next? I think of one band that when I think about that for country was Florida Georgia Line. I remember when they first came out and they played over at Stamp Auditorium. And I remember they were saying something about tickets or whatever. Oh, this band, Florida Georgia Line. Nobody knew them. Nobody heard of them. And then a couple years go by, they're the biggest thing. And now there's other people out there that surpassed them.
Yeah, right.
That's the crazy thing about country now. Back in the day, once, you had all those established guys, it was almost like a tradition. You had Conway Twitty, you had Merle Haggard, you had George Jones, you had Marty Robbins, and these guys, the Statler brothers, the Oak Ridge Boys. I mean, they were like a staple. You know what I mean? Yeah. They were like the foundation. And Well, same thing happened years ago when things really started shifting, and one of the bands that really took it into another direction was Alabama. Alabama had, I think, 40 #1 hits. They might have the record for 40 #1 country hits. And I remember the first show they played around here was at the Trumbull County Fair, and nobody knew who they were. And they come out there, and I mean, they blew everybody away. They were that good, though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was like, holy crap, where did these guys come from?
Right.
And it wasn't like a month later that Alabama was just everywhere for the next 10 years. You know, I mean, they were, but they to me, it seems like even though they were like pop and they were really pushing that pop envelope, there was still something about Alabama that they kept that country feel. Right. You know, they didn't seem to me like the bro country or almost like, oh, okay, well, this guy's really a rocker and he likes AC/DC, but he's pretty good. And we'll put a banjo on his song and we'll call him country, you know. But yeah, Alabama, man, they just took it by storm. They were the ones that really took it in that whole new direction, that more pop direction. But like I say, they had that ability that I don't know if it was like, you know, their country roots or whatever, but you know, you never really questioned them as like, you know, I think they were embraced as like a legitimate country act from day one, probably because they had a fiddle, you know, would they do, you know, Tennessee River and songs like that, mountain music. Oh, I mean, come on, you come out with mountain music. There's nobody putting those kind of songs out right now. Who's doing that? You know, Jelly Roll sitting there singing a song about "Have Mercy on Me." You know, whereas Tennessee River, Mountain Man, and all that. If you're going to play in Texas, you got to have a fiddle in the band. All those great songs, man. But yeah, 40 #1 hits. And I think they surpassed Conway Twitty. We were talking about Conway Twitty a while ago. This one guy's telling me about, oh, my mom loved Conway Twitty. And I'll tell you what, back in the day, man, yeah, Ellen Jackson, there's another one. Ellen Jackson, yeah, Merle Haggard at Ponderosa Park. I got a chance to hang out with Merle Haggard one time. Cool guy, you know? And Ellen Jackson. Yeah, Ellen Jackson was another one of those. I think him, George Strait, seemed to be like the last of the legitimate singing cowboys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I could see why people like Luke Bryant and all that stuff. I understand why they like it, you know? Just it cuts in on my classic rock and I don't like it, you know?
But they do well, like every country concert around here, starting with Stambaugh to Cavelli, like they all sell out.
Yes, yeah, they do. But I'll tell you, the whole country scene has really changed over the years, and I think I was fortunate enough to be in it when it was still like real country. You know, the Waylon Jennings, the Willie Nelson, Hank Williams Jr. just coming up, and you know, things like that. I mean, you know, David Allan Coe, Merle Haggard, George Jones, you know, and it was kind of crazy because when I first got into radio, well, I started playing polkas on Sunday morning, which that wasn't really a stretch. Yeah, me, yeah, okay, yeah, Ukrainian, Serbian, and Croatian. First, I still remember as a young boy, first time I ever saw a live band was a polka band at Kirkuzi Hall over on South Avenue. And so, I mean, it fit in the polkas, which that was kind of crazy because when I first started, all my dad and mom's friends all listened to the polka show on Sunday morning, you know? And boy, when I got on that, they thought that was it, man. They thought that me being on the Sunday morning polka show, filling in for Jimmy Paul was like the greatest thing, you know?
Who were those hosts for the polka show? Like there was a lady who was part of that too. What was her name?
Oh, well, there was Libby. Libby used to do the Tamburitzins, and Libby was out there for the longest time. I always modeled myself after Libby because you know we would be going to church, and we on the way to church and on the way home, there was three things that we always had to listen to. and one was Charlie TV Davis, and he did the oldies, the big bands back then. And it's kind of funny when I get to this because I went full circle. I went from riding to church with my dad, listening to the oldies on Sunday morning, to me playing them to this day. It's like, how did that happen? But on the way to church and on the way back, we would always listen to Charlie TV Davis, and he would play the big bands. And my dad loved the big bands, you know, all that, you know, Benny Goodman, but he liked all that stuff, the Mills Brothers and Duke Ellington and all those people, you know. I mean, it was crazy about some of the stuff that I knew about music as a young kid that most people would probably not even, you know, I just took all this stuff as normal, you know. And, you know, because we'd have all those records around and everything. And my dad, he never caught on to rock and roll. Never would vary one bit, man. It was the big bands, and he hated
Lawrence Welk or nothing.
Well, he wasn't quite Lawrence Welk. I mean, he would watch Lawrence Welk, but like I say, he was more Duke Ellington, Tony Bennett, Left My Heart in San Francisco, September Song, Tenderly, all that kind of stuff. You know, that's the stuff that, you know, and he would play that on the piano and stuff too. So,
really?
Yeah. How I have no musical talents beyond me. But, you know, yeah, all that kind of stuff. The Mills Brothers and, you know, Tommy Dorsey and, you know, Benny Goodman and Frank Sinatra. And we would go, you know, on the way to church. And he taught me a lot about music theory, appreciation, because he'd say, all right, now listen to this. Now he's going to hit the drum 3 times and the sax is going to come in. And, you know, he would explain all that stuff as, you know, we're driving down the road. And so you had Charlie TV Davis on WBBW. And then Wes Eubanks he had the Sharon School of Broadcasting way back and WPIC. And he was also a big band guy too, you know, but Charlie TV Davis seemed to be the main guy. And then Libby's Tamburitzins, you know, and Libby had a voice like Casey Malone. And Libby would get up on Sunday mornings after doing a wedding, and Libby would be like, Libby would be hungover, and you knew that Libby was hungover when you could just tell. And he's on there, oh, you know, and it was just so funny, and you know, and then she'd always yell out "Udriga," which means hit it, you know. There you go, you know, she's like stumbling through this break, and then it's time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, Udriga! You know, it's like, oh, and then we're all yelled at in the cars. We're driving down the road, you know. And then, like I say, and now here I am on Sunday morning with Sunday Morning Over Easy. It's like, how did that happen? You know, what the hell? But yeah, those were. But yeah, my dad. Yeah, he. Oh, but getting back to polkas too. Oh, we had Gene Fedorchak. The Fedorchak brothers had the polka shows going for many years, and those guys were the kings of polka back in the day. I think the last brother just passed away recently, didn't he? Like in the last year or so. And those guys used to do their show on 570 right up until the end, you know. And let's see. Well, then you had Larry Walk.
We got to have Gary Ramey on the show.
I know. I see him every day, and I tell him, and I say, "You coming on?" "Yeah, I'm coming on." "When you coming on?" "Oh, one of these days." "Okay." You know, when I see him this weekend, I'm going to say, "Gary, listen." But you know
Joe
what?
Said.
Here's the thing. All these podcasters, including you guys all stole them. You stole my thunder. Now it's like, okay, I'll be the 15th guy to interview him.
No. If you don't grab them, I'm going to grab them. So take the competition seriously.
I am taking it seriously. I don't know why there has to be a competition is what I'm saying. There should be certain people out there.
Just get them to say yes, and that's all you need to do.
There's some certain people out there that I think should be off limits to all podcasters.
Oh, come on. There's no decorum in this challenge.
Yeah, there should be. No. You know,
if I say, Gary, come down and have an interview with me. Like, if you don't get to him first, I'm going to get to him. We all want to hear from Gary.
But no, see, some of these people are like, my people
off limits,
and yeah, they're off limits. That plus that there's a certain way that I and history that I have with these people that only I have, And I feel it's like an intrusion.
Why haven't you had him on yet? Come on. Is the relationship not thick as you thought it was?
Oh, no, it's there. I used to hang out at Peppermint Productions when I was 14 years old. You remember?
Dude is interesting as hell. Like, I love him.
You remember when Steve Acker was here,
right?
And the whole thing with the band law and everything,
right.
And that was one of my first. You know what? I'm going to finish that Bailey's off and just top it off. What do you call that when you top something off with just a little jigger of? There's a word to that. There's a term for that. What is the term for like topping off a drink with a little bit of alcohol? What do you call that? There's something about that. Okay, so anyways, me getting back to Peppermint Productions. And I think I'm one of, I've actually recorded stuff there. So,
lacing, feathering,
floated. Yeah. With a Crown Royal float. Yeah. That's the term I was looking for. A splash. Yeah, we're going with float, Patricia. So anyways, getting back to that. No, I mean, come on. Some of these people that all these people are hogging on their podcast, you, BJ, other people I see out there, these are my guests. These, you know what? And then I'm pissed that, that these people go on these other shows. It's like, where's the loyalty? Where's the love?
I've been holding off asking Gary, and I've been deferring to you, but you won't get off the pot and just make the invite.
All right, here's the first show for the new season after Labor Day. We're not going to be here on Labor Day.
Right.
I'm going to have Gary Ramey here.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to Gary Ramey about everything that I know about Peppermint Productions.
Okay.
Because I was there.
And if you don't, I'm going to do it.
Where's your respect for me?
Dude,
just say, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to make sure.
A chance. It's been 3 years, dude. How long you want me to wait?
I mean, some of these people are my guests. Then I see some of the people that I thought were my guests, and they go on other podcasts. I'm kind of like,
they're like cheating on you.
Well, yeah, what's going on here? I want to call them out. The podcast wars here over guests is getting serious here. Starting to bug me here a little bit. No, but honestly,
how's your concoction, by the way?
Oh, that's
your floating is good.
Yeah, just a little Crown Royal chocolate float on a.
Okay, how's your Yoo-hoo?
I'm done with the Yoo-hoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo's done.
No, yeah. I think what we have here is just about done. No, but that's what I see some of these guys on there, and all of a sudden, oh, Freddie, man, best interview, best thing. Oh, I loved it. And then it's like, what the fuck? You just told that guy the same thing you told me. And you don't think I'm watching this? You don't think I see this online?
7 different podcasts, like saying the same thing. Where's the loyalty?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm going to have to crack down on the podcast guests and stuff. There's got to be like a loyalty factor or something here.
Exclusivity contract?
Yeah, something along those lines.
For
right,
sure.
right. No, that's the beauty of it, though. You know what? And that's really nice because honestly, it gives everybody a chance to get out there. You can get on so many platforms now that it really is a cool thing.
Well, the cool thing about Gary is he's old school.
Yeah.
And so those audio engineers that really know what they're doing on analog equipment impress the shit out of me from technology. Like if you have digital, it's a different game than someone who can really work audio configurations the real way.
Right. The actual placing of microphones and trying to get this ambiance and making the drums sound this way.
Exactly.
And then you have, you really tweak it.
He's
and
a
stuff.
master.
That's why sometimes I'm in there cutting a commercial when he's in there and I'm going, oh man, Gary's out there listening. I hope I'm doing this right.
Judging you.
He's looking at me. He's listening. He's listening. I better.
Freddie has pushed no buttons on that mixing board. What is he doing?
Yeah. Hey, I think we need a 6 dB cut on that.
Yes.
Are you going to hit the limiter on that? You're going to limit that to minus 6 dB or what? What are you doing here? Are you going to maximize?
Freaking rookie.
I want to see what you're doing in here. No, get away. No, then you know what though? But then when I do that, then I just want to say, hey, Gary, is that sounding right? Is that sounding okay? Then I get all,
He gets all technical with you and
no. I for what I do and for what he does is two different things. But I'm telling you what though, I'm sure that if I called him in there and said, hey, listen to that, what do I need on my voice on that? And he would say, you know what,
100%.
a little bit of reverb, take that back, 3 dB, lower that, put this filter on there, things like that. Maybe that's where I'm missing out. Maybe I should be in there and say, hey, Gary, get your ass over here. Make this sound good.
100%.
Yeah, I might be missing out on that. Help me out, and I might get you on my podcast if you're lucky. With any luck, with any luck. I still haven't had the Vindies on here. That's another one.
What the heck?
Why have I not had the Vindies on here?
I'll send everybody a text else right now.
Everybody else. Send a text? Everybody else has had the Vindies in Youngstown.
I'm sending a text.
Everybody else had the Vindies on.
Real time. Yes, no. The week after the Labor Day weekend. I
might be gone that week.
Okay.
Sometime before the end of September, but not like the 12th, 13th. I think I'm going to be gone, and I won't be back until late that Monday. Boy, here's the behind the scenes look that you get to at the podcast where we're booking guests and everything. No, actually, I'm joking about this, but it's like I got so much stuff on my plate that sometimes it takes everything I got to just even get down here. It was nice when we were doing it 3 days a week. But think about all the great guests we had at the beginning, man. I mean, we were banging people out left and right. We had Bertram D'Souza, and we had all kinds of people on.
That was a cool interview.
Yeah.
Totally cool.
Yeah, with him. And is he still doing okay? I haven't heard from
Bertram. No, he hasn't done anything publicly in a long time.
I don't know if his health is okay or something because he's getting up there. He's been around for a long time. But I'll tell you what, his stories like about, with Hannah and Joey Naples and, these guys calling him to a meeting and, hey, we want to talk to you and stuff like that.
We should do one of those like mob researchers.
Yeah.
Just have a mob discussion with you one day.
Yes.
We got to do that one.
You know what? Or get some of them other mob podcasters in here. They're pretty hot right now.
Johnny Ciccatelli.
Yeah. And the Joe Naples, I think.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but on Reels, lately, there has been a ton of AI-generated Youngstown mob stuff.
Yes.
There's been like a whole series, although it looks kind of hokey because they have these graphics to it, but the graphics really don't. I mean, a guy looks like a mobster, or they have some kind of AI-generated picture of a steel mill. It's not like, it'll be saying something about Lenny Strollo, but it'd be a guy like, it looks like a Russian mobster that AI generated.
Yeah.
But I've noticed this last week or so, they've been flooding my account with that. And not that I don't mind reading it, but for some reason, it comes and goes. I'll get all Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. And all of a sudden now The Wire's popping back up. Now I've just been getting The Wire, and these mob things, But yeah, that's one topic that everybody loves around here too, is the mob.
Yeah, mob and true crime seem to always like come to the top and then sink and then come back to the top. Everybody loves it.
Yeah. Especially around here. But then sometimes I think, are we overdoing it? Or, and I mean, seriously though, if I see somebody that's been on like 3 or 4 podcasts, then I'm kind of like, well, is it burnt, Now, am I jumping on the bandwagon?
You're a little late to the game on some of this stuff.
I am
2 years to nail down an interview. I mean, come on.
I didn't know this was going to be Call Out Fast Freddie Day. I didn't know that's what I thought this was going to be a celebration.
I didn't bring up Gary Ramey.
Okay,
you
must
did.
have been that Crown Royal. See that?
Truth juice.
Oh yeah, the truth juice. There it is. Yeah, I see how this goes. It's went on to a fun celebration of Chocolate Crown in my work ethic of booking guests for the podcast. Wow, how did it take that turn? Where did that come from? I'm sitting here thinking, oh, okay, yeah, man, another
happy fun, little slippery alcohol, tastes good, having fun, high five.
Yeah. No, I was like, well, you don't book anybody. You had 2 years to get this guy, and you've been saying it every day. But then if I do that, then it's like work, though. See, that's where I have this with the podcast. I got to draw the line that it's not like work. It's
fun.
You got to keep it fun.
Yeah,
and if
for
it
sure.
means not booking guests, who needs a guest when you got me? I'm like Crown Royal.
You brought alcohol.
And I'm like Crown Royal. Does Crown Royal need a spokesperson? No.
Nope.
Crown Royal is Crown Royal. Does Fast Freddie really need a guest? Probably not.
You don't.
Probably not. So, why am I beating myself up over stuff like that, making myself feel bad?
It's my fault. I was too direct. I apologize.
No. Get it out on the table. Lay it out there. But but you know what you're doing right now?
What's that?
As we start our new fall season coming up in a few weeks, Gary Ramey will be here. The Vindies will be here. We will have these people on there. And I just got to make here's another thing though, too. When it comes to booking these things, and I'm not making excuses or whatever, but the truth of the matter is some weeks I don't know if I'm going to even be able to do it. Sometimes I don't know until 2 hours before if I could make it down. So it's not like I can call somebody and say, hey, you're going to be on Friday or, next Monday. And then next Monday I'm at a car show or something, or
well, just send them down to me. I'll talk to them.
Oh, you want me to book your guest? I gotta be. I'm not a host of the show anymore. I'm the guest booker.
I'm plan B. Just plan B. Like I'll do your crumbs.
Okay. I see how this is going. Well, if I would have known that. Okay. I see how we're a team. I'm helping you. You're helping me.
Total
if I
team.
Can't show up, you're willing to jump in for me.
You can't show up today? I got this, Freddie. I got it.
Oh, you got Gary Ramey coming in. You can't. Tell him come down anyways. Don't cancel.
No, come on down. I'll talk to you.
The Vindies are coming down. Really? Oh, no.
Oh, it's a shame. Freddie can't be here today.
But I think we'll go on with the show anyways. He would have wanted it this way.
Oh, darn.
I see how that works now. Boy, this was an eye opener today. It was the truth juice. That's what happened.
Truth serum.
The truth serum come out. I didn't know the truth serum was chocolate coated. Yeah, Dave says I think the Crown is talking
100%.
You think so, Dave? Really?
He liquored me up, and that's what happened.
And then I got to get ambushed here about my lack of booking guests because I was crying because I think everybody's stealing my guests.
No more, man. I won't steal anymore.
No, because now you warned me. It's like, well, here's how it's going to be. If you don't get them, we're
sloppy
getting them.
Seconds is okay with me.
You have no exclusivity. You're not bringing anything new to the table unless you get out there and make it happen. Hey, it's fair game. Free game, man.
Yep. Absolutely.
These guests are out there. They're sitting there waiting to be interviewed. They want to be on podcasts and stuff. And you want to snooze? You would rather talk about Crown Royal chocolate than have Gary Ramey?
Any guest that just experienced your Crown distribution here would be very impressed. 100%. How is it?
Excellent. Yeah, I think the chocolate Crown is going to be fun. Yeah. It's a fun drink. It's not, what you would sit there and pound shots or.
Can I have you rate them? So vanilla, blackberry, apple, and chocolate.
And salted Crown.
And
salted caramel.
Salted caramel. Give me like a 0 to 10 on each one of them.
Okay.
See where chocolate.
Oh, okay. Just flavored though.
Flavored.
We're going to put
not regular
Crown black.
Right. So 0 to 10.
Unflavored. Apple. It's a fan favorite. It's a fan favorite, and I will give that a 7.
7. Okay.
7.
Salted caramel.
Salted caramel, 10. I love salted caramel. 10.
Vanilla.
10.
Chocolate.
7.
Okay.
7. Yeah.
Blackberry.
Blackberry, 6.
Okay.
Blackberry, 6. Peach too. Everybody loves peach crown.
I've never tried the peach.
I'm not a big peach crown fan. And we mentioned apple. Yeah, we did mention apple at the beginning.
What do you give peach?
Peach, 5, 6.
Okay.
I'm not a big peach fan. Jaybird says peach. What does he know? Hey, Jay, I got to tell you something. I'm glad Jay is checking in. I think, Jay, if you get the Yoo-Hoo and you mix in the chocolate crown, maybe a scoop of ice cream or a little bit of Bailey's or whatever, I think you could dunk marijuana-infused chocolate chips into that, and it would be like a cookies and milk type thing. That I think would really work well.
Yes,
that'll be the next one. We'll have to have Jaybird down here, and we'll whip him up all these concoctions, and see if you dunk a chocolate chip cookie. He saw it. He's impressed. And now,
any of those flavors, do you think you could drink all night and not get sick of? This is a contender. Like if I did chocolate, I think I could tolerate that a whole night of drinking it.
Well, here's my lineup. My main lineup. Shots of Jack seem to be like my, I don't know,
right?
Like as I go, hey, Junior Skinner,
Right.
So so I would say shots of Jack number 1. That's on the top. Shots of Crown, I'm always good for a shot of Crown. And then margaritas are
top of the list.
And mojitos. But the mojito, I talk about this place all the time. They should be paying money for me to, talk about this. But they have this place called the Opal Sands on Clearwater Beach. And they have their tiki bar. And this is upper end place, $600-700 a night type deal. I don't stay there. I just go to the tiki bar. but the tiki bar that they have there is just so awesome. The way that they have that whole thing set up, it's probably the premier place on Clearwater Beach. And a lot of people don't realize it, and they have the absolute best blueberry mojitos anywhere. I mean, they're just fantastic. They are the best I've ever had. And it's always, I got to go there no matter what, even if I get one and have to leave. I mean, that is number 1. So, but getting back to my main thing. Okay. Mojito or shot of Jack, number 1 on the list. We'll do a shot of Crown here and there. Then margaritas. And then from there, mojito if I could be on the beach, and occasionally a shot of tequila when I get with like the Huck and Philbillies or something, and it just goes downhill.
Yeah,
it's just.
Do you have a spot at Myrtle Beach that tiki bar down there too?
No, I haven't been. You know what? I've only been to Myrtle Beach once.
Really? I'm
gonna have to go down there and find one.
They've got an Opal there. I wonder if it's similar to what's in Clearwater.
Maybe. But that one in Clearwater, and the way they make it, it's almost like a salad in a glass. I mean, they got so much fresh mint leaves, and then they throw in like 2 lime quarters and all the fresh blueberries and everything. So to me, it's like a salad. To me, it's like healthy. A salad with a rum dressing.
For sure, it's a health drink.
Yeah. Oh, there's no 2 ways about it. You could have a smoothie, or look at all the vegetables, all the greens, all the fresh fruit. I mean, how could you go wrong with that? And just the alcohol to kill the germs. The rum dressing is what really makes it.
Medical alcohol.
Yes. Yeah. Right. It's funny you say like medical alcohol like that, because when I was growing up, when I was a little kid, 1, 2, 3 years old, some of my earliest memories were from my great grandfather, and he was from Serbia, and he worked down at the mill on Poland Avenue. And he had a bed in our basement. Okay. And from me growing up, some of my earliest memories was him drinking his Seagram 7 and calling it medicine. From my youngest days, I thought Seagram 7 was medicine. You know,
it's not.
Yeah, Freddie, medicine. Yeah, man, Freddie, give me medicine. Medicine. Yeah, grandpa medicine.
He was on to something.
Know?
That era, they died really late, right? They died in their 90s.
Well, a few of them did. Most of them died in their 50s.
The weak one.
Yeah. It was the thinning of the herd back then. None of this modern medicine and stents in your heart and all this kind of crazy
Coal
stuff.
In your respiratory system. Yeah, those people.
Yeah. But and then what else? Then I like Angry Orchard. I like Cider Boys. I like Negra Modelo. And then, whatever somebody hands me. I mean, you can hand me a Coors Light, you can hand me a Miller Lite, you can hand me a High Life, whatever happens to be handy and it's cold. I'm not like I don't drink that or I don't drink this. And I think that's from all the years in the radio business, because for so many years, especially back when the beer places were really advertising heavy, we would be like, well, what's my sponsor today? Okay, it's Miller, it's Bud, put on a Budweiser hat and drink a Budweiser.
Now, are there any brands that you have sworn off that you will no longer touch because of bad experiences?
No, not really. The only thing that I could think of from way back was Southern Comfort. I was kind of young, and I drank, and this was back in days of Mad Dog and Little Kings and Mickey's Malt Liquor and Colt 45 and Schlitz the Bull and all that kind of goofy stuff.
Every wedding reception you've ever gone to, Black Velvet.
Oh, and peach schnapps. And you know what used to be terrible? When I would DJ weddings back in the day, and at the end, they would do the bridal dance, and you would have to either do a shot of peach schnapps for the ladies and Black Velvet for the guys. And I would beg people to come up and dance, because I said, these guys are going to make me help them drink these shots. Please, just for me, come up here, dance with the bride, and drink a shot of BV, because they're going to make me drink some. And that used to be the thing that I really did not like about weddings. I would have to come up there, and at the end, sure as shit, here comes the tray. Come on, help us finish these.
Black Velvet.
It's like, no, help us chase it down with a peach schnapps. Like, no, please don't make me do this. Please don't make me drink this. No, what are you doing this to me for? Come on, there's only 8 more there. Let's go. Come on.
It's good stuff, man. I paid premium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, BV. And there were some people back in the day, BV was their thing. Like my grandfather, man, Seagram 7. And what else they have back then? Ancient Age was another one I remember.
Do you remember Goldschlager?
Oh, Goldschlager is one of those two that everybody got sick on, and they finally had to quit making it because nobody would drink Goldschlager ever again. At some point in time, everybody our age, when that was popular, had a terrible reaction and puked up the gold chips, and that was it. They swore off Goldschlager forever. I don't even know if they still make it. Do you ever see somebody going, hey, I can't wait to get out and pour me a shot of Goldschlager?
I want to see if it is.
And then you know what 2 other ones were? Oh, they still make it.
Still exists. So if anybody wants Goldschlager.
Oh, now they got cinnamon flavor too. Oh, they're jumping in. Or maybe it was cinnamon. It says it's Goldschlager.
$30 a bottle. You can taste it right now just by saying that.
And you know what else was big at that time too? Right around that time, it was peppermint schnapps and ouzo. Remember for a while there, ouzo was like everybody was drinking Ouzo. You know, you go Ouzo, dollar Ouzo shots, or well, back then it was probably like 50-cent Ouzo shots, and it tastes like cough syrup, and
it was cheap as hell though.
And then the next day you're waking up and you got this throbbing, pounding headache, and you want to stick a knife in your eye to make the pain go away.
Yes.
And then, all those things kind of faded away though after everybody overdid it on those and got sick and swore them off.
Never again.
I'll never drink Ouzo. I'll never drink peppermint schnapps. I'll never drink peach schnapps. I'll never drink
Seagram's,
Southern Comfort. Seagram's okay. You know, Mickey's Malt Liquor might be one. Jenny Cream Ale. That was another one that people used to drink that would make you sick. You would get a headache and a hangover on Jenny Cream Ale. But they still make that. Genesee is still going. Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff up there still. They Genesee is still going, and Genesee Cream Ale is still out there. But that's one that I just get a headache just thinking of it. So I've not had a Jenny Cream Ale. One day I did buy a Mickey's Malt Liquor. I was in, it was one of those days where you're out of gas and you have to stop in a bad neighborhood and you're hoping that nothing bad happens to you,
And you bought a Mickey's.
And they had them. They had singles in the cooler. And I said, you know what? Since I'm here, I might as well grab one. And it was all right. I mean, I saw some guys sitting out in front of a house over on South Avenue the other day, and they were old school, and they had this little barbecue grill going, and they were drinking 40s of Colt 45. And I was just going to stop by and just go, dude, rock on, man. Rock on, brother. Colt 45 works every time, But yeah, those guys. And then Mad Dog, that was just an entirely crazy thing all of its own.
My dad only warned me about one alcohol never to try. And what's that licorice tasting one with the deer's head on it?
Jaeger.
He said, it's full of formaldehyde. Never try Jägermeister. That's what he told me.
I'm telling you what, Jaeger will get you.
It will get you.
Jaeger will get you.
Does it have formaldehyde? I don't know if that was
I don't know if that's true or not, but comedian, I think Dennis Leary has a pretty funny bit about Jaeger and how nothing good comes out of drinking Jaeger. But that's true. And then how about when they came out with Jaeger bombs? Oh, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? Okay, you're drinking Jaeger, so you're going to do something stupid to begin with. So on top of that, instead of just letting you drink as much Jaeger as you possibly can and pass out, let's mix it with Red Bull so the biggest drunkenest asshole stays up longer than everybody else. Yeah, great idea. Jaeger.
No, urban legend. No, Jägermeister does not contain added formaldehyde. A long-standing rumor claims that the herbal liquor includes the chemical, but the manufacturers consistently refuted it. So
56.
Not true.
It's almost like Kentucky Fried Chicken. 56 herbs and spices, fruits, roots, and spices.
56 herbs.
That's all you need.
Does not use formaldehyde in its recipe.
I'm a little bummed out now. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Jaeger back in the day. That was, man, I mean, I used to drink that like it was water. And me and the Kennedy brothers up here at the Royal Oaks, forget it. And actually, at one point, they opened a piano bar in the Metroplex, right? And it was in honor of me and Chrissy Patrick, really. I mean, they wanted to embrace our vibe, And I'll tell you what, they had Jaeger specials and stuff, and we would go out there, and they would just want us to drink Jaeger after Jaeger after Jaeger.
Speaking of Chrissy Patrick, that's another person on your guest list. It's been a couple years in the making. How's that going?
We're going back on this.
Yeah, so I have her number. I can text her and see if she's interested in talking to somebody. She's got stories to tell. Are you pursuing it?
I'm on it, man. I'm all over that.
I'd love to talk to Chrissy.
Oh no, yeah, we definitely got to get her down here because that would be one that would just be off the hook.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, her and Casey, they did the Fast Freddy Appreciation Day at Quaker Steak and Lube, which, I mean, I you don't have to do it Fast Freddy Appreciation Day, but it was really pretty cool.
Is this the third acknowledgement you got this year?
You
got Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You've got Fast Freddy Day out in, what was it, Sharon?
Austintown.
Okay.
And I got my name engraved on the Wilson High School Coach Moose Thompson
That's
paddle.
a good year for Fast Freddy.
Three of those. I mean, yeah, it is pretty big. It's like,
Heck
but
yeah.
I don't want to, you do that. And then, then you got to live up to a certain standard, and I would rather
you
not
want
do
to leverage that. You want to take advantage of the recent acknowledgement. And take it wherever it's worth.
I just kind of try to lay low because, I mean, look what happened with Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl, everybody loved him, and it's Dave Grohl. We all love you. Then you make one screw up, and then everybody hates you. Then you're a complete dick. This way, if you fly under the radar and you don't have to,
once you get celebrity status, you're A-lister now. Freddie.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and,
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, there's pressure
Hall
on that.
Hall of Famer and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't need that.
They will put you on the pedestal.
I just want to go under the radar and just do my thing and move on.
I get it,
because then that puts added responsibility on you that I really don't want. Then you got to. I don't know, but since you mentioned it, Casey and Chrissy put together a brief Tippy Wives, and I'll let you in on this scoop. We're going to be working on putting some new Tippy Wives together, and this was just a little quick one for the big Fast Freddy Appreciation Day. Actually, you know what? I was a little put out by the Fast Freddy Appreciation Day. You know why?
Why?
I thought every day was Fast Freddy Appreciation Day. I felt insulted. What? Fast Freddy Appreciation Day is only one day?
What happened to you being below the radar? This sounds like you're way above the radar.
You're asking too many questions here. You're not rolling with the flow. You're too much with that news talk and stuff. You want to get too serious here. This is supposed to be, I say something and we just roll on, and we don't second guess it. We just go.
Moved to the Tippecanoe area of Canfield and joined a country club. TV Guide calls it television's original You Can Marry a Millionaire.
I need a drink, and you better make it a double.
Oh, what's the trouble?
Well, ever since we bought my son that 5.0 Mustang convertible for his 16th birthday, it seems like all we do is go to Austintown Traffic Court for speeding, for reckless op, for DUI, you name it.
Oh, remember the good old days when you could just sleep with somebody or pay them off and things like that would go away.
I don't know what's worse, sitting next to those dirty, smelly losers in the courtroom or shopping at the plaza. They have a Dots, a Fashion Bug, Payless, $2 stores, a Rent-A-Center, and get this, a NASCAR bar.
Oh, you should take a ride through the Walmart across the street. It looks like a carnival workers convention.
You know the thing that really bothers me the most, and don't you dare say a word, is seeing my old alma mater, the Austintown Beauty Academy.
I feel the same way about my days at Victor George. I'm just glad they don't have class reunions.
To me, that was 3 lifetimes ago. I am so happy I slept my way out of that scene.
Could you imagine showing up at the symphony ball with a $5 cut from some beauty school student?
I would die.
That was some good stuff there.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, back then. Here's the one that they put together for me just for the Fast Freddy Appreciation Day. That shows you how big this was. It actually warranted, it's not, here we go.
It's time again for the Valley's #1 daytime drama, The Tippy Wives. They were aspiring anorexic beauty school graduates from Struthers and the south side of Youngstown. They dreamed of a better life somewhere on the other side of Matthews Road in places like Boardman and Poland. They were lucky enough to marry doctors, businessmen, and crooked lawyers. They moved to the Tippecanoe area of Canfield and joined a country club. TV Guide calls it television's original You Can Marry a Millionaire.
Why is it we never eat at lunch anymore?
Thank God for the shot. At least we still have an appetite for alcohol.
Hey, remember that DJ, Fast Freddie? He played her homecoming.
I heard, get this, he was installed in the Wilson High School Hall of Fame.
For what? Best gray-haired mullet or the man most in need of a haircut and shave?
I mean, hasn't he heard of goddamn Grecian formula? I mean, that man's been on the radio longer than Boots Bow.
Yes, indeedy, doody, daddy. My ass.
40 years of bikers and bike nights. I would die.
That's some pretty funny stuff there.
I love them.
So hopefully we're going to bring back the Tippy Wives here in a big way coming up this fall. And as soon as I book all my guests for the podcast, you know, that's right after I get Gary Ramey and the Vindies and a couple of
Patrick,
yeah,
for sure.
All right. And after I do all that, then we're gonna bring back the Tippy Wives.
My people will talk to your people. We'll get something squared away.
The only person I got with me
is the chocolate crown.
Chocolate crown.
Yep.
Chocolate crown.
Zendaya.
Well, what do you think? Let's wrap this up.
All right.
I had enough.
Good.
I had enough. You know, we polished off. Well, we didn't polish this off. I mean, no. This was a sample. This was just a tasting. This wasn't
good.
Yeah, let's get crazy or anything like that. But anyways, a good time, Joe. We'll be off next week.
Yeah.
Canfield Fair. I'll be out there for Skinnerd. And then the following week, we kick off the new season, and I have a stellar lineup of guests that are going to be appearing on this show. Everybody you wanted to hear is going to be here.
Everybody I wanted to interview are going to be interviewed by you.
Yeah, or if I don't, then you will be, and then you're going to be making fun of me, and I'm going to be ass out.
Gauntlet thrown down.
Yeah, you know. Well,
I want to hear from Gary. That's probably my favorite interview you've committed to do. I want to talk to you.
Well, like I say, you know, I've heard other people interview him and stuff, but I was there. You know what I mean? I was there. You know, I've seen it up close. You know, and there's other people, bands and stuff. But I mean, as far as like some of these people with the podcast and stuff, I mean, I was there. You know, we have a connection with Jimmy Paul and the Pittsburgh Steelers fight song and things like that. And
listen, if you do Gary Ramey,
okay,
Jackie from the Vindies,
yeah,
and who was the third here? Chrissy Patrick. I will give you a trophy for the host of the millennia.
All right. Okay. Well, see, that's what I need. I need a motivation. What's my motivation now?
Gary Ramey, Jackie,
and Chrissy. Okay. Those are the three.
What's our timeline? How long should I give you to come through?
Until October. Let's not dick around. All
right. End of October, you get a trophy for those three guests.
Okay.
Deal?
All right. Okay.
All right. Millennia. Like, this isn't like century.
No, well, it should be.
This is man of the year.
I just think, today was probably at least man of the year for this show today alone. If that wasn't honorary man of the year, you know, honorary Ukrainian man of the year.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah.
You deserve that one.
All right. So, okay. No, you know what? No, I got to get off my ass and do it.
Okay.
That's my problem. Because that's all I do is just sit around and I have nothing else to do. Just sit there and drink Crown. And
you brought it today. Like this was a very big treat.
I think so. And I think a lot of people will get a lot of tips on some fun drinking here and that sort of thing. But like I say, this isn't, you know, your Crown that you're going to sit there and take, you know, sip on or whatever with a cigar or whatever, however you do it. Or me just pound shots.
Dessert. If you want a dessert drink, this is a perfect dessert drink.
Right. You know what it is. That's the whole thing. You know what it is. You know what it's for. And then, you know, you could use it accordingly. You don't want to go use it for something stupid. And then you're like, oh, that sucked. But that's because you didn't use it right. So hopefully we gave you the proper way to use Crown Royal chocolate. Crown Royal chocolate.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, Joe. All right. We're off next week and have a good Labor Day. Once again, let me run down my schedule here real quick. Wednesday night, bikini contest, bike night at Yankee Lake. Thursday, it's our bike night on Patriot Boulevard. We got two big places. Quaker Steak and Lube and the Biker Brew House. We got bands at both places. We're going to be giving away a Harley, or give you a chance to roll the dice to win a Harley. Friday night, we'll be at Bike Night at the Canfield Fair. Saturday, Biker Brew Stock at Biker Brew House in Austintown. No cover charge on that. We got 4 bands all day long. And then on Sunday, I will be at the Rick Young Memorial Corn Roast. That'll be taking place in Mineral Ridge. Shoe Shine Boys are going to be there. Gary Markowski, a couple other bands, a sideshow. You can find the details on my Facebook page on that. And then on Monday, we wrap it up with Skinner at the Canfield Fair. So that's my week. And then Tuesday, I'm in rehab. So if I'm in rehab, is that going to count against the if I have to push some shows back or whatever? Is that going to?
October's the deadline. It's already been
no matter what.
It's
personal issues or anything. That's not going to.
October 31st.
If we're going to the 31st, we'll be good.
You're good.
I can make it.
Okay.
It's going to happen. Chrissy Patrick, Jackie from the Vindies, Gary Ramey from Peppermint Productions, and maybe a couple other bigger ones that I could squeeze in.
Host of Millennia.
Host of the Millennia on the line.
Yep.
The trophy. This is for the whole big kahuna here. If not, I'm a dud.
Dud.
Yep. My whole podcasting legacy at Youngstown Studio is on the line right now.
Absolutely.
Wow. It's like those old wrestling matches where, the loser would have to retire from wrestling for good. You have to leave town. That's it.
Jack had just responded.
Oh, yeah?
Do you want to read it to see?
What did she say?
I may have got your first lead.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. October 5th. They got
that's
promote
within
the
your
show.
window.
Okay.
That's in your window.
Okay, yeah. Let's do it.
See, I'm helping you. I'm trying to make you win.
That's the way it should be.
For sure.
Come on. I should just walk in and the guest should be sitting here. Do you think Carson? Do you think Johnny Carson sits there and calls up, "Hey, Bob Hope,
no,
you
listen,
on my show"?
You keep talking shit. I'm going to say, how about November 5th? I want to see you win, brother.
All right. Well, I'm glad you have my back. For a minute there, I didn't think you did. For a minute there, I thought you were fucking with me.
No, I want to see you as the host of the Millennia.
Okay, the host with the most.
Yes,
with the most.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're pulling for me like that. See, I had
I'm
you
on
all
your
wrong.
team.
I read this whole thing all wrong.
No.
I thought all these podcasters out there were screwing with me.
No.
Trying to steal all my guests.
No, plan B is a plan B for a reason. I want you to be plan A.
All right. Okay. Well, that's, now I look at it a little different light there. Okay. Now I see, now I see the plan. Now I see where we're going here.
100%.
At first it took me, kind of rubbed me the wrong way there. I'm like, oh, what's this all about? But now
you feel better.
You're helping me help myself.
100%.
Okay. Well, then what can I possibly say about that?
No, let's do this.
Yeah.
We'll get this done.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Heck
Come
yeah.
on, man. Let's make it, let's make it a September to remember.
You know it.
September to remember on the Fast Freddie Rocks Youngstown podcast. Every stellar guest that I have been trying to get, but I just haven't put one single bit
fire under your ass
since I just can't walk up to Gary Ramey, who I see,
who's right up the road,
no, who's right next to my desk.
All it took was a $5 trophy, and you got it.
Yeah, the guy, I see him every single week, twice a week, and he's standing right next to my desk. And he comes in and he talks to me and he says, when are we going to do the podcast? I said, I'll give you a buzz. I'll let you know
before the end of October for sure.
Yeah, before the end of October now. Yeah. Now the heat's on. But maybe that's what I need. You got to light a fire under me. If I'm just sitting here like a fat cat, and I could see. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
All right. We're off next week, and the new season kicks off in September, and wait until you see the guests we have planned for you. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook.